Okay, so before we went on the air, what happens is here at Shop NBC, the host and the guests get together and they say, okay, we got a lot of great timepieces in this case. What do you want to be the host pick? What is the one item that you believe people will really be blown away by, be very excited about? And I got to tell you, Craig and I sat down and we said, okay, this is it. This is the one that people are going to be blown away by. Why? The whole story of Yuri Gagarin. It's a limited edition. It's a mechanical watch. It is J409337. There is, and we've said this several times, but it's not being redundant when I say there is nothing else like this anywhere.
Well, the thing about this, by the way, I wanted to mention, if they hadn't had a chance, if somebody could pull the case that this comes in, I don't think we pulled it. It's a really cool case that looks like the capsule.
I don't know. We'll find it. Sean, do we have the case on this?
It's that
somewhere?
Orange case. It looks like the capsule. You might want to check for it. But anyway,
we're going to try to find it
because it looks like the capsule that Yuri Gagarin was in. Real quick, okay, Sturmanskie. It means navigator in Russian. And here is the thing about this watch. It is built by the company that actually built Yuri Gagarin's watch that he wore on his wrist when he went into space in the first human spaceflight. Now, to be very clear, we have had on the air the watch that's the exact replica of his, which is a very simple timepiece, doesn't even have a date. This is not the same as the watch he wore. I want to make that clear. They didn't even, this chronograph movement wasn't even made at that time.
Yeah.
What this is in the spirit of Yuri Gagarin. This is taking the newer chronograph movement, taking the more modern styling and design, and it is commemorating his flight. I love the honeycomb dial on this. That is an enamel globe in the third
right
eye
here.
position. What you're getting here, if I know that not everybody can pick up an $1,100 timepiece, but if you've got the money and you don't pick up anything else in this hour, grab this watch. It is, I believe, only 200 were made for the world, maybe 400. I think 400 were made for the world. Once these are done, they are done. They're not making any more. What is important about this? There's only one real Sturmanskie company, we represent it, that built the original watch Yuri Gagarin wore into space.
Period.
There's only one 50th anniversary chronograph that was built. This one and one other, which we've had here on Shop NBC. Once these are gone, they are gone. It also has, it's dual time. It has a secondary internal rotating bezel. Russians love that internal rotating bezel. The internal rotating bezel for time. It is a mechanical, manual wind chronograph with the true Russian movement, the 3133 movement. I love that there's the little rocket on the end of the sweep second hand for the chronograph.
I love that, and I love the fact that you've got the Earth there. That is
so
just
cool.
so cool. If you go into space and look at Earth, that's what you see.
That's what you're going to see.
That's what Yuri Gagarin saw.
It is, and then the case back, if you want to get a chance, there. Commemorating Yuri Gagarin's flight. Only 400 made for the world. Guys, I want you to think about this. This is not... We're just one company that represents this company worldwide. They have distributors in countries all over the world. Only 400 of these were built. And you've got a chance to pick one up. The 50th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's first space flight, 1961, April of 1961, was last year in 2011. And this is the only official. You want to talk about truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's what this is. And you want to talk about a truly historic timepiece, not something that's an homage, not something that is, oh, we're just doing something in the spirit of something else, or we're going to call this the Wright brothers or whatever. This is the actual company that built the original watch that Yuri Gagarin wore into space. You don't get more legitimate historical than this.
And not only that, let us talk about the fact you're celebrating an event that changed the world. The entire world was changed in April of 1961. We actually could get a human into space, not a dog, not a monkey, but a human to go into space and
come
live
back safely.
Yes. Can you imagine how brave he was? I can't even begin to approach that. Celebrating the same company that created that, commemorating that event that changed the world. There's only 400 of these in the entire world. And there, we've got the world right here. You want to give for somebody? I'm going to give you the world. And there it is.
Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen that honeycomb-type dial on any of the Russian watches. And I really like that so that you can see a little bit of the back of the movement.
I love the dual crowns. I like the red on the crown, too. It's kind of fun.
all of the touches and details on this. And it's a good size. It's not too big.
Nope.
It's not too small. I believe it's 44.
Yep.
That's right there in that sweet spot.
It is.
Where it's not a big oversized watch, but it's also not small. You know, by any means. 44 millimeter would have been big a few years ago.
Years ago.
But it's a very good, manageable size. It's thin enough to wear as a dress watch, but aggressive enough to wear as a sport watch. And you've got that rich, rich history.
Exactly. This sold out in November, by the way. We got it back in stock just for this show. So you have an opportunity to dial in for it right now. Again, simply put, there's nothing else like it in the show, and there's only 400 of these in the entire world. Craig? It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. I'm glad we got to meet and work together. It was awesome.
My pleasure. So again, what we're talking about is J409337, just back in stock. The Gagarin Men's limited edition mechanical chronograph watch, preferred price of $1,109.61, or value pays of $277.40. Okay. Rounding the corner to our final 25 minutes available in our 3-hour show. Want to let you know that coming up tomorrow, Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have got Mitsubishi in the house.